Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Happy Thursday! Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome sa ating program. Ako po si Sonny Laragan. Dito po sa ating regular Thursday program na Immigration Corner. So happy Thursday! Ayan, kumusta ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom? Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat, no? Medyo it's been a while, no? Na medyo hindi ho tayo nagkakasama-sama. Hindi ko nakakasama si Attorney, no? Nagkasakit ho tayo. And mamaya, kukwento ni Attorney kung bakit hindi tayo nagkaroon ng show last week, no? But anyway, magandang gabi ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Siyempre, hindi lamang sa United Kingdom nanonood yung ating mga kababayan, meron din tayong mga kababayan sa Europa na nakikinulo sa atin. Welcome ho! Welcome ho! Saan mang bahagi kayo ng mundo, naroroon, mapa Pilipinas, mapa Amerika, no? Canada, Middle East, welcome po sa ating programa. Siyempre, lahat ng kababayan nating mga Pinoy, na saan mang bahagi ho ng mundo, baka ho, maski paano, maski nasa ibang bansa ho kayo, meron kayong kakilala, kaibigan, no? Kamag-anak, na maaring mangailangan ng impormasyon tungkol ho sa immigration. So ayan ho, ang ating pinag-uusapan. It's a regular program for those of you who have tuned in for the first time. Ito ho yung Immigration Corner and we talk about immigration. And syempre, hindi ho ako ang star of the show dahil wala naman ho akong alam sa immigration. Sabit lang ho ako. Ito ho ang talagang superstar ho natin, no? Ito ho ang Brains Beauty, no? Na siya hong every week, week in, week out, kasama ho natin dito sa Immigration Corner to talk about immigration and impart her knowledge and expertise in things immigration. Mga kaibigan, ang managing partner po ng Douglas Simon Solicitors, no? And she's been the very first pala, no? Very first na solicitor, no? On record na Pinoy dito sa United Kingdom. Mga kaibigan, ang ating pinakamamahal na abogada, walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT. Attorney, happy Thursday.
Sonny and all, happy Thursday po. Happy Thursday. I'm so pleased to be Sonny. We missed you. No, I missed you.
I missed you.
So good to see you.
I miss you. Yeah. It's been a while, no? Oo nga, nasabi sa akin ni Pao, sir, around 2-3 weeks na okay, wow, ganun na ba? Parang hindi natin napansin, no? But yeah, we were sick with E. coli, and then I had a relapse. No, akala ko okay na ako, and then so ayan. Pero at saka ikaw yata, you had a wonderful parang activity last Thursday. Na it comes once in a blue moon, di ba? And you had yata sa BFI nga ba yun, di ba? Ano nga pala? Could you tell us something about it?
Okay, so last Thursday, and this is apologies nga, no, to everyone. Wala nga ako. So kasalanan ko last Thursday. Then I could not make it because I managed to bag a ticket to the British Film Institute, and it was one of those film galas, you know, with the red carpet nga. So I was so thrilled to have been part of it. So no, it was great fun. It was great. I'd never ever been, and you know, you see it on TV, diba? And you know, people kind of walking the red carpet, no, all dolled up, you know. So no, it was great fun. Actually, we managed. I was so lucky. I managed not to bag just one, but actually 3 tickets. So the last one, yeah, I know. I attended 3 galas.
Wow.
So first one was Thursday. Tapos I think it was Sunday. Tapos the last one was only on Monday. The last one on Monday was the best one. Mga kababayan, if you get a chance, and I think it's coming out in December nga lang. The film is called The Whale, no? With Brendan Fraser. You may remember him from
The Mummy.
The Mummy, no? The Mummy, siya.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yun, so siya. And so he was there actually. He was there for the gala. And it's such a good film. It's a very sad and serious film, but brilliantly acted. No, nothing at all like his persona nga dun sa Mummy, you know. But it was great fun. It was really great fun. So that's why I was not here that Thursday nga. But it was it was great to see, all these film stars, walking next to you. It was cool.
The will yung parang wills and testaments, mga ganyan, yung mga last will and testament, will.
The whale.
The whale.
Yeah, whale.
Yung balyana.
So it's
Balyana,
really
whale.
good. Oo nga. Yeah, yun nga, yun. So
okay, okay.
yeah, so it's very, it's quite a serious film, but talaga siya, you wouldn't think so. That of course, alam ko nga lang siya from, The Mummy, George of the Jungle, but he was really good.
Yeah.
Talaga, he was really so good. That so good.
Mataba ba siya ngayon? He's so big. Mataba na siya? And old na?
Yeah, tumaba siya. But he looked great he looked great in person actually. Matangkad. I mean, he's not just as chiseled as he was during the Mummy, but he looks
right.
he looked good. And he was he was so good that he had a standing ovation from all of us, from the viewers. Nga, for siguro 5 minutes, he was that good.
Okay, your signal is not good. Your signal is from 1 to 10. Siguro nasa 7 or 6, no? And I hope it doesn't let us down and spoils the learning fun for tonight, no? Medyo ano ka kasi what do you call it? Hindi naman choppy, but you go in and out parang ganun, no? Brendan Fraser, I saw him in a film and I was shocked to find out that it was him. Kasi ang layo na eh. In this film, it was kind of weird na film na napanood ko. And he was so big na. And hindi na yung gwapong George of the Jungle and yung Mummy, marami siyang films, 2, 3, 4 films, no, na Mummy.
Yeah.
Pero that's good. At least it's nice that you were there at the BFI, British Film Institute, di ba?
Yeah.
I had a friend.
Yeah.
I had a friend. He came all the way from the Philippines a long time back just to watch a movie premiere. No, he's a film buff, and talagang he loves it. He loves movies, and his dream was to be a director. And he asked money from his dad. Went to the States. Well, he was from LaSalle. And I think he took up mass comm or communication arts and decided to go to the States to study filmmaking. No? So and he loves films because his dream was to be a director. He eventually couldn't be that, so he thought of just being a producer by coming over. Kasi may mga films they sell yung mga ganyan mga films. They go into this mga festival, or I don't know, festivals or events. And then doon yung mga television shows, the films, movies, ganyan, you go buying, parang ganun, no? And so he thought of doing that, no? Carabao Films yata yung naisip yung pangalan niya. But you had a great time. You had a 5-minute ovation, no? Standing ovation, no? Kay Brendan Fraser, no? Oh.
Yeah, it was really
any
good.
Upcoming movies?
No.
Any upcoming movies?
Ngayon?
Na medyo you're gonna be eyeing?
Well, I mean, I'd watch it again, actually, when it comes out, The Whale. Tapos, I also go the one on Sunday. It's one with Bill Nye. It's called Living. Was quite good. It was quite fun. Well acted again, no? I mean, it's BFI, so they put on the more serious films, well acted films. So it was great fun. So if you get the chance, it's you should attend it. You can get tickets. They go really quickly.
I love Bill Nye. Si Bill Nye ba yung may parang crooked finger?
Yeah.
Siya ba yan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love him. He can do comedy. He can do horrors. He's such a good actor. I love him, no? I forgot the name of the film. Pero yung marami siya, may comedic din siya. He can do comedy, he can do serious films, he can do horror, suspense, action, whatever, he can do it, So yeah, it's lovely that you've been there at nakapanood ka, attorney, na nakakaingit, nag-Formula 1 ka nung last time. Ngayon,
Yeah.
may premiere ka ng movies, no? But that's what makes, I envy you. You're making, you are designing your life. Meaning, if you want to go to probably a parang rare occasion like a premiere, then you go for it. If there's a Formula 1, ibig sabihin, whatever your dreams, your aspirations, things that excite you, adventure, you do it, which is good. Diba? Some people are just living, but you have to design your life and make it an adventure. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
salute you, authority. I
it's
salute you.
it's a look. Yung nga, the old I think I also find the pagka tumatanda na tayong lahat. So the older you get, the more kind of it does feel more precious time, and so you want to pack in as much experience as you can. And sometimes you're in a fortunate position, to be able not to do that. Not and I count myself absolutely. I'm always grateful on a daily basis. But if you can, ang payo ko, you should certainly, something like BFI. It's great. It's a great experience. I see what you mean, Sonny, about me. So ang gagawin ko later on, pagka meron tayong advert, I'm going to log out and log back in. So sorry, mga kababayan.
Oo nga. Kaya
Probably judge me.
nawawala. Sayang. I hope it doesn't spoil because tonight we're going to be talking about anong pag-uusapan natin. Direct, pakilabas nga lang yung Oo, kasi baka mamaya, pagka wing, wang, wing, gumagano ka, baka may wow and flutter. That's a technical term. Wow and flutter. Yung bang wing, wing, parang, how are you today? Gumaganon, yun, wow and flutter. So, giving evidence from overseas in the first-tier tribunal. Ayan, okay. Ayan, malaking bagay yan. So, although it's kind of long, yung title, pero at least may importante yan, pero going back, importante to. But going back to yung sa life, making the most of it, life is short, sabi mo, tumatanda. Some people just make parang lip service lang sa kanila, parang automatic they say, oy, life is short, let's make parang life is short, ibig sabihin, do the things that you want to do, no. But some people, it's just a lip service, they just say it, but they don't actually do it. Walang, they don't find the time or they don't plan for it, no. Pero yun nga, tama yun. Nagkakaedad, dapat gawin, hindi lang lip service. And sometimes they just say it. It's easy for people to say, pero tignan mo, have they done anything, to make their life an adventure or exciting or design their lives? So, pero baka money din, kasi money din ang problema.
Well, yun na nga. But I tell you, one thing that I noticed, that time, especially tayo mga Pinoy, ipon tayo ng ipon. Para sa mga bata, para sa mga, pamilya nga natin, So you're always putting money aside. So hindi ka bumibili ng ano man gusto mo, So if you don't also pay for experiences, for example, that you want to put money aside, yung nga, para sa mga bata, para sa mga kamag-anak mo, It's a bit of a pity. Dahil nga, you don't enjoy your life. And I also see sometimes nga lagi tayo nagpapadala sa atin, then they don't, then you get quite upset, understandably, if maybe it's not sent in the right way, or kaya maybe it's not appreciated nga. So ang payo ko, you should enjoy, really, it's just life is too short. You should also enjoy. It's one thing to be your commitments nga important nga din. But you should also enjoy. Yun ang payo ko.
Parang immigration, alam mo naman immigration, parang teleserye yan, parang mga drama yan, teledrama. Alam ako na namatay na sa sobrang trabaho, caring for relatives back home, got sick in the process, died in the hospital, nag-iisa rito because the relatives could not come over. Diba? Hindi naman ganun kadali. Hindi ka mukha ng, if you want to buy a brand new television set, a brand new motorcycle, car, or TV set, it could be easily done. Punta ka lang sa department store. But if you want to travel, the visa is not easy. That's something that you can get easily, di ba? Di ba? So, yun. So, namatay. Malungkot. Di ba? Pero nagpakahirap, nagtrabaho, halos she denied herself yung mga experiences, luho or buying something for herself dahil, hindi, yan ako to, ipunin ko to para sa ano. Ang drama lang naman dyan, pagka nag-sacrifice ng life pagdating sa Pilipinas, baka nag-a-addict yung pamangkin o anak o, yung anak nabuntis o ano, yun naman ang masaklap din. So, well, sana hindi yung mangyari sa inyo yan. Okay, we're gonna have ito na, yung ating little game that we do every week, di ba?
Okay.
Di ba, yung ano natin, kung sino, would you like us to go into a break? Kasi baka mamaya, may yung signal, nag-i-improve na ba? Mukhang nag-i-improve na o hindi pa?
I don't know. Is it better, Pao? Okay, yung signal ba?
Medyo okay daw, pero sa akin, dating sa akin may wow and flutter pa rin eh. But anyway, sige, let's go into directly sa ating batian, yung ating greetings corner natin. Okay, direct, go. Ayan, yung greetings corner natin. Attorney, ayan. Ito, a little game that we play. Sino
okay.
Parang sa,
yeah,
ayan, sino?
I tell you what, I think, Miss Paner. I think Miss Paner today.
Miss Paner. Yan ang top ko na lagi yan. Si Miss Galicia Paner. Marian, okay, let's see. Ayan na. Oliver, yeah.
I was thinking about Oliver. Hi Oliver.
Okay.
So,
hi Oliver.
Yeah, so it's Oliver. Yeah, our US buddy, So it's another foggy Thursday here in Pacific Northwest. Yeah. I drove through a sea of low-lying clouds this morning. Very beautiful, but dangerous as well, as it mesmerized you to wander in awe and eventually lose attention to the traffic ahead. No, that's true actually. Good evening, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny Dirk, and the rest of our virtual social bubble. Yeah, Oliver, careful, I mean, tama ka. When you're driving, that
what did you notice with? Yeah, ingat or mataas din siguro yung place niya, no? Siguro parang medyo mataas dahil ka-level niya na yung fog, no? Although even in London, no, pagka may fog talagang ka-level mo talaga, no? You don't have to be in a very ano ba tawag dito? High or hilly or whatever. Ano ba tawag? yung yung mataas, no? Ika nga. Napansin mo, haven't you noticed something? Haven't you noticed in his message? He composes his message. He's parang actively composing. Kasi some people, siyempre okay din yun, wala naman hindi ko. Some people have a pre-scripted na, and then just press it to go in. Pero he took the pains, the trouble of composing and telling us it's a foggy day, Tuesday, ganon. So wonderful, no? Ibig sabihin, he's really watching his attorney, and he exerted the effort to send us a real-time message, not a coded memo. And I like. Go ahead. And you like?
Yeah. No. I was just going to say, and I like to hear about what's going on. No, then I look forward to you to messages nga, especially kung sasabihin nyo nasa nga kayo, no? What's the weather like? And tama, Oliver. Many things can distract me when I'm driving. Things like rainbows, no? Do you get distracted by rainbows? I mean, actually, Oliver, you get distracted also by rainbows. Rainbows distract me. Suddenly,
okay, really? So while driving, you're looking outside of your, parang ganun. Okay. Right.
They're beautiful. No?
Okay. What distracts me are people running, jogging. So while driving, ganun ba? Kasi parang bigla akong titignan kasi sometimes I would see some people jogging and parang you see, parang they're agonizing with their jogging. Parang naawa ako, no? And some people, they run with a parang parang they wanna show off yung parang pa-cute pa, di ba? Parang cute pa, ganon. Some people are dragging themselves. So,
Yeah.
kasi it amuses me when I'm driving. Uy, tumatakbo siya. Pero the thought na they're into, yung they decided to be healthy or may health, ano sila, di ba? Meron silang healthy protocol or whatever, health protocol na ginagawa. That's good. I really salute them, no? It's just that I find them funny. They would say, oh, when they're running, uy, ang cute na, parang, di ba? Some people are just make you when they run, parang cute na cute pa cute eh. Iba naman parang ano. And I noticed most of the Chinese, when I will see, syempre manotice mo lang mukhang Chinese. When they run, they're not moving their arms. Yung when they run, you try running but with that yung hindi ka gumagano. Yung ang run nila yung tumatakbo lang na yung hands nila hanging on their sides and then they're running. And I am amused with it. Yeah, I'm amused by it. When they're running and then they're not jogging is the one. Nakit ako pag when I'm driving, I see a lot of people driving, jogging and biking, cycling as well. No? So I see them. Pero yung cycling hindi ko naman pinapansin. More the jogging, more of the jogging. No? So yeah. Okay, sige, next. Sino next natin, attorney? Sino hula mo?
Okay, I think then in that case, let Edgar Duway.
Edgar Duway. Sige, Edgar Duway. Direct. Edgar Duway nga ba? Oh, Marian Galicia Paner.
Sorry.
Yan. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so,
Sige.
yan.
Mabuhay.
Hello po, Kuya Sonny. Yan, Atty. Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe always. God bless. God bless, Miss Paner. I'm so sorry. I took you first
siya
time.
Siya una eh. Inulaan mo eh.
Yun na nga.
Oh, siya. Pero you had faith in her. No, you had faith in her being the first for today, which is good. But she made it eventually, maski paano, no? Okay. So she made it to the second after Oliver. Sino pangatlo?
Okay, in that case, I will stick with Edgar.
Stick with Edgar. Okay, let's try it. See. Okay, tignan natin kung si Edgar Duway ba? You don't get turn it down. Oh!
Finally, 1 on 3, no? Okay. So Edgar, good evening. Sabi niya, good evening, attorney, astonishing Lira. Oh, I love this man. And sexy golden voice of media, Sonny L. Totally na magaling ka na ba? Actually, that's true. And to the lovely multi-medalist cum laude, Pau niya. In fact, no, tama siya. Hi, Edgar. But, are you actually well now?
Hi, Edgar.
Okay ka na?
Yes, in a way, but kasi I'm actively exercising so ngayon medyo nasa 80% yung aking exercise, so I haven't really fully because tinatansya ko baka biglaan magulat yung katawan ko. So yeah, hopefully sana I'm okay. But beware, guys, I'd like to remind you, parang meron na namang yata spike or something ng COVID yata o ng virus, no? So ingat tayo, no? Have you had your 4th vaccination ba? Meron ka na ba?
Not yet. I'm going to actually I haven't been texted by the doctor yet. Pero ang gagawin bukas, I'm going to call them. So, kababayan, if you're over 50, no, tawag kayo because I think we can now get vaccination.
Oh, direct pakisulat mo ata pang MOS natin 'yan. Yung papakuna ka ba o hindi o something ganyan. Yung 4th, pakisulat ngayon. Sama natin sa MOS natin. Meron kami konting ni Direk ginagawang project. Okay, yeah. Okay, so sino yung may flash kanina? I think it was Ma'am Carsola, nakita ko. Oh yeah, okay. Sige, attorney.
Ma'am Cora Carsola. Hello, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, Direk Paula, at sa lahat sa Pinas. A very joyous, impressive, and productive night. Love of cases to all. Yeah, no, love to you too, Ma'am Cora. Hopefully you're well. No?
Nandito na ba si Ma'am Cora talaga? Parang nalilito ako at lahat sa Pinas. Nandito na ba siya, Direk?
I assume.
Andito na. Okay, oh. Ma'am Cora, mabuhay ka.
Nakabalik
At
na siya.
nakabalik na raw. Confirm na. Kasi kaya lang nalilito
Oh,
kasi
good.
ako na I'm confused at lahat sa Pinas. Parang bakit niya sinasabi binabati sa Pinas, no? Yeah, baka siguro nanonood yung kaniyang mga relatives. Oy, si Lady Emmeline. Lady Emmeline, oy,
Miss
mabuhay ha.
Rafael. The lovely
Oo.
Emily. Oh, look, she's feeling good. All caps ngayon, no? So,
all
hello
caps,
everyone.
oo.
Happy Thursday. And good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira. I miss you both. Oh, so lovely.
We
no?
miss you.
Yeah,
We
thank
miss you. We miss you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Kailan ba?
She's lovely.
Sige nga, pakisagot nga, kailan ka babalik lang? Let us know lang. Let us know. Kailan tentatively, when are you coming back? Is it March, June? Pakisabi lang sa amin. Yan. Basahin natin. At least, no? Okay. Marilyn Jones, attorney, lagi nandito.
Miss Jones!
Show mo.
Yeah, Marilyn. Yeah. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny and everyone watching. Hi, Miss Jones. Regards to the sisters.
Okay. Yung mga sisters, yan yung mga sumayaw yata, di ba? Yung kanilang mga, may pangalan ng group nila. Nakalimutan ko na. Ako pa nga nag-MC. Nakalimutan ko pa yung grupo nila. Okay. Marilyn, mabuhay ha. Thank you.
Tawag nila, yeah.
Ano tawag nila?
Dancing Grannies.
Would you remember?
Something like
parang
the Dancing Grannies.
Yeah.
No, they were very good.
Yeah. So, mabuhay kayo. Mabuhay. Thank you very much, Marilyn. Ito, Mario Sandrey. Bumabara kasi yung Filipino TV Europe. Hindi ko mabasa eh.
Yeah. Inache ata sa kanya.
Logo.
So, yeah. And hi po. What a beautiful evening po sa lahat. Especially Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Ahead po kami ng 2 hours sa Cyprus. From Cyprus.
Wow!
So,
Teka muna, ang Cyprus ko.
Alas 10 na to.
Parang yung Cyprus, di ba magkasama ng Egypt, ng Greece yan. Pero parang nakita ko sa mapa, parang ang layo niya, mas closer siya sa mga Lebanon ba? O yung mga Turkey yata. Parang ganun no? Cyprus. Kasi di ba they're selling that as a holiday destination or property investment destination or something like that, di ba? Ang Cyprus. Kasi di ba sunny and
it's a lovely place.
Pero when I was looking at the map, attorney, parang ang layo niya sa Greece, parang mas closer siya sa Middle East or sa Turkey or something, no? So, yeah, mabuhay, maraming Pilipino rin kaibigan natin.
Yeah.
Analu Antipuesto, how is she? How are you?
Analu.
Oh.
Yeah. Ibang picture niya. That's lovely photo. Amazing evening, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny. Direct power. To all viewers, stay safe and healthy, everyone. God bless. God bless. Yeah. Analu, are you well? Nasaan ka ngayon?
God bless.
Lagi siya nagtatrabaho. Sipag niya.
Masipag yan. Masipag yan. Masipag. Sino to? Direct yung ating yan.
Yeah, so Zena Reyes Bolena. Good evening to you, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. God bless. So God bless, Miss Bolena. Hope you well.
Okay. Yeah, hope you're well. Okay. Gigi Elamparo. Suggestion ko direct yan. Siguro, liitan lang yun. Liitan mo yan. Para
So,
kasi medyo nauhulog na sila on both sides.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sabi po ni Gigi. Yeah, good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Happy Thursday, all viewers. God bless. Also, direct power. Yeah. Hi, Gigi. Are you well? Yeah. Hopefully you are. And, yung nga pinag-usapan nga lang namin, if you can, get COVID vaccination, no? Gigi
Elamparo. Yan, mabuhay, no? Okay. Taga saan ba si Gigi Elamparo? Gigi, mabuhay mabuhay. Saan ka ba? Sabi nga, para kasi ito, i-acknowledge namin ito. Nasa nasa Belfast tong si Rudy Libro, no? Sige, attorney.
Yeah. Yeah. The Belfast clan. Yeah. Happy cold.
Belfast
cold and
clan,
rainy Thursday. Yun na nga. Elegant and lovely, Attorney Lira. Slim and good-looking guy. Tama. Sir Sonny. And at sabi ng super super said Sir Edgar, dagdag kaalaman, and lovely Direct Paula, and all happy viewers. God bless us all, Team Libro. Kamusta ka, Mr. Libro? And in regards to the family, no? Sorry that it's raining there.
And
Actually, it's raining here also, no?
Was it raining? Nag-rest day kasi ako, hindi ako lumabas eh. Oo, hindi ako oo. Yeah, well, kamukha nun, yung kay Rudy Libro, that's something na parang, ano tawag dito, yung, kasi cold and rainy Thursday, so, ano yan, parang talagang, he's really telling us, no, kumbaga, kinipe niya talagang minessage talaga sa atin, yung message na yun. So, yeah, okay, Edgar Duay, sige, go ahead,
Edgar. Galing kita kay Edgar. So, good evening, everyone. Watching while on breaks, seeing a sea of clouds or cloud inversion. One of the best view to see for hiker or traveler. Let's go to Glencoe, Scotland. Oh, Edgar, wow, talaga. Watching while, okay.
Edgar, magulo message mo.
He's such a poet.
Naguguluhan ako sa message niya. I don't know if he's while on break. Is he at work or? Pero sabi niya, let's go to Glencoe, Scotland. Best view to see a silver hiker. Seeing a sea of clouds. So ano, is he on a holiday? Ano ka ba? Nasa ka ba? Nasa trabaho ka ba? O nasa holiday ka, Edgar? Medyo hindi ko maintindihan tong message mo. Watching while on breaks. And breaks on what? On your holiday, on your trekking, on your no, ayan. Ayun, sumasagot si Gigi, mabuhay ka. I love you.
Gigi.
Kasi ano siya, bigla, di ba? I posed the question, sabi ko, Gigi, saan ka ba rito? Pero teka muna, London is big. Nasa ka sa London? Si attorney, although sorry si attorney, pero London ka pa rin, Greater London area ka, no, attorney? Tama ba? Sorry ka, di ba?
Opo, Richmond kami. Yeah.
Oh, technically,
so
sorry yan. Pero you're still a part of the Greater London area.
Yeah.
Anong Richmond?
End of the district line. Yeah. So Richmond is the end of the district line. Actually, we're very near to each other, no? Diba? Ikaw nga din.
Oh, pero alam mo, if I come from, so for example, my evening, for example, no, mga late, sakay ko kunyari sa evening, na tiyempong nasa labas ako, at sasakay ako ng Waterloo, ang nangyayari sa akin, I always end up in Richmond. Nakakatulog ako. I'm supposed to get up at Barnes. Barnes ang aking stop. Lumalagpas ako, and the how do you go? The sad part of it is that when you miss, you have the late mga train ride. Ang tagal ng pagbalik coming from Richmond just to be able to get back, no? Ang tagal, tagal maghintay. I don't know, naman hour, almost 2 hours. Sabi ko, wow. I don't know if you experienced this, pero baka hindi ka nagko-commute, attorney. Pag ako nag-commute kasi, minsan, 2 stops na lang, doon ako aantukin. Dalawang stop na lang. Minsan, kadalas na nalalagpas ako. Naanohan ko. So, Richmond ako lagi pagka lumagpas Richmond. Pero okay naman, at least, malapit-lapit, no? Richmond, no? So, yeah.
Yun na.
Okay. Ayan. All right.
Oliver.
Oliver.
So, thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing, Kuya Sonny. To return the compliment, the program keeps me awake on the long drive home for my night shift. Oh, Oliver.
Kasi maganda kasi he's really taking the effort kasi I know, okay lang, we love our viewers, pero some of them are composed na, and then all I have to do is to press it. Pero the likes of Edgar, the likes of si Rudy Libro, si Oliver, nag-compose talaga sila. Yung kung ano yung talaga nangyayari. So thank you. Kamukha. Thanks for noticing Kuya Sunny, no? So mabuhay, no? Thank you. O, sino to? Tama ako.
Tama. So sabi ko niya, no, yes po, malapit po Syria sa Lebanon, Turkey, some parts nga po ng Cyprus, which is most great part like beaches, Turkey. Most great part like beaches, Turkey took it. Funny.
I was thinking of going to Turkey. I was choosing between Istanbul and ano ba mga sikat yan? Istanbul and Ankara ba? Hindi ko maano, basta I was thinking, I've
Correct.
never been to Turkey. Have you been to Turkey, attorney?
No, no, never had the pleasure. Turkey. I'd love to go.
Oh, I was thinking, looking at Cyprus. Tapos nakita ko yung Cyprus, parang ang layo yun sa Greece. Kasi I enjoyed Greece eh. I'd love to go back to Greece, to Athens, to parang Philippines din yan eh. Maraming islands ang Greece. They're
Yeah.
broken islands siya, puro mga islands. And to go from one island to the other, sometimes naka ferry or ganyan, no? Ferry boat or ferry, ships or whatever, no? Yeah, I enjoyed Greece and I'd love to go back, no? Yan. And then Turkey, I was thinking of going to Turkey. Pero nung tinignan ko sa map, ang layo na Turkey. Sorry, Turkey tuloy. Cyprus. Ang layo niya, parang closer siya sa Lebanon niya. Mga Syria, mga Turkey, no? Oo, naka-separate, naka-seclude na ganong island, ganong kalit. Okay,
Oh, si
okay.
Edgar. Yeah, Edgar, no? Nasa work ako. Yayaya kita sa Glencoe. Off ako mula November 2 to 10. Oh, finally, may holiday ka, Edgar, no? I hope you enjoy it. November 2. Actually, November 2 is only 2 weeks away, di ba? 2 weeks, about 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah.
I will
great time.
I will be away, attorney, pero syempre I'll find time for our show, no? I'll be away for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to. Initially, was thinking of going to Turkey, pero now decided to go to Italy. So from Venice to Verona, where yung Romeo and Juliet, diba, sa Verona.
Wow.
And then go to Bologna, Lake Garda. I'm gonna try it out. Pero driving lang, and then go to Florence, and then down to Rome, down to Naples, and then to the Amalfi Coast. I want to experience yung Amalfi. Kasi ano yan eh, parang medyo sikat yung Amalfi Coast yata, di ba, sa Italy? So, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Amalfi or Amalfi Coast. So, and then go back to Venice via there's a country within Italy. Alam mo ba yan, yung San Marino?
San Marino.
It's a small city state that's inside Italy, no? It's a country. Well, one of the smallest countries.
Wow.
I don't know if not the smallest, no. So going back, yun ang route. But I'll try to drive not via toll roads para, although it will be a lot of time, pero siguro baka isinik naman yung hindi toll roads. Yung toll roads kasi mabilis yan, di ba? But you pay, no? I don't know if it's worth it, no? But yeah. Okay, asin itong nakita ko, may naka-flash.
Wow.
Ayan. Ruslip. Ano pa? Rice-lip ba? Rice-lip? Or
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Rice-lip,
Rice-lip ba? Rice-lip?
Yes,
South Rice-lip.
no? Actually, I used to go. I have friends in Rice-lip, so I know Rice-lip.
Okay.
South Rice-lip,
Okay.
yeah. Kuya Son. And ang work ko sa Golders Green. Uy, pa lang ako galing work. Oh my gosh, GG, no? That's also na, no? But it's
She's
nice
watching us from
pauwi
on the way home.
Yeah.
Mabuhay, ingat ha.
Yeah.
Ingat,
It's actually
Gigi.
quite fun,
Maganda ba sa Rice-lip? Maganda ba sa South Rice-lip?
Yeah, I like
Ano yan,
Rice-lip.
di ba?
But
Is that district line? Is that district line?
oh, I can't remember. I don't think it's district line. But hindi yung malapit sa Golders Green. So she has quite, you have quite to travel, no, Gigi? It's not an easy place
Golders
to,
Green.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Golders Green.
That's good.
Okay. Are you working sa ano? 'Di ba? Diyan sa Golders Green, maraming mga Jewish, 'di ba? Mga tao. Sa Golders Green, mga Jewish areas. I forgot. Pero yeah, in Golders Green, alam ko, may maraming mga nursing homes diyan, no, na para sa mga Jewish, no, clients, no. Okay.
I used to work
teka muna.
at Golders Green.
You used to work there?
Yeah, Golders Green. I was sales assistant, no, selling shirts when I was at college nga, no. So there was kalimutan ko ng pangalan ng shop, but they only sold shirts, no, and those kind of formal shirts. So I remember measuring people's kind of neck size, no, so it fits. No, I like Golders Green. It's
wow.
I enjoyed my time in Golders Green.
Wow, wow, wow. Is it a part of a huge chain of mga parang shirts, mga ganon, itong kung saan ka nag-work before?
I think
Yung
it was
Curtis,
actually.
ano ba? Curtis and Hoss ba yan? Hoss and Curtis? Curtis and Hoss. May
Yeah,
ganun, di ba? Yung
it wasn't
HAWES.
that posh. Yeah, I don't think
Ah,
it was
okay,
that
okay.
posh. I mean, I used to go I used to work in places nga where in the summer where I know I can get some discount. No, 'cause, I was then I knew I was starting low, and so I was in need of suits and shirts, and it was they were quite expensive. So I worked for Next, because they give you discounts when when you wanted to buy clothes, and I remember I bought my first suit from Next at a discount that I was
Wow.
working at the time, and then I bought a couple of shirts nga nito. So so that so that I could afford more formal wear for low.
Wow. Okay. But is that benefit or discount, does that extend as well to a friend or a relative? Can you do that? O hindi? Sa'yo lang. Solo lang. Kayo lang.
No. No, at the time hindi nga dahil
Hindi.
I
Okay.
was either holiday staff or part-time. So it didn't
Ah, okay,
maybe the
okay, okay.
full-time workers.
Pero
Yeah.
Pero look at you now, attorney. So yung mga those years when you were still studying, nasa college, di ba? Syempre, you know, life simple, di ba? Simple yung gastos. You're trying to save money for mga suit and everything, no? And working and for the discounts. Ganun eh. And so it's so wonderful to remember those days, di ba? Those times na you were doing those, di ba? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it's
kita mo naman
no,
na narating mo, no?
it was good, and it was good experience. Gigi ulit. Tama. Central
Central
Line,
Line, kulay pula yan.
Sonny.
Red line yan, di ba?
Tama.
Central Line.
Yeah, Central
Oh,
Line, yeah. So tama ka daw,
yeah,
no?
but
Yes, Jewish ang
I take the
client.
bus.
And,
Yes, Jewish
um,
client ko. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, area yan. Jewish kasi yan eh. Pati meron pang anong lugar yun yung, I forgot the name, no? Sino to? Lisa Red.
from
Hello,
Kent.
from Kent. Oy, hi.
Okay. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa, yan ba surname mo? Red talaga? Are you related to the filmmaker, si Isa Red yata? Reporter yata yan. Basta a certain Red, no? Yeah, anyway. So, related ka ba? Or yung husband mo? Oh, ano to? Pahabol pa to, Pao? Direct?
Si May.
May,
Yeah,
Ibaw
pahabol si
Vargas.
May Tingao. Magas, yeah. Good evening po
Okay.
sa lahat. Happy Thursday. Watching from Exeter, Devon. I bet you it's raining there, May, at the moment.
Oo. Well, I enjoyed my time sa sa Cornwall, sa Cornwall. So right after Devon yata Cornwall na, no? So, yan ang plano ko in the
Lovely
future
place.
to kamukha naman to, sabi ni Edgar Duway, Glencoe yata Scotland. So, I'm going by regions na. So, kamukha nun, for example, I've done the southwest most, no? Yung Cornwall, then I'll probably do Wales, the whole of Wales for 3 or 4 days or 5 days.
Wow.
And then Scotland siguro 4 or 5 days. Ganun lang, regional na. Hindi na yung tipong Edinburgh, tapos balik ka sa London. Glasgow, balik ka sa London. Doon na, pagka nandun ka na, ikutin mo na lahat doon. No? Ganun lang siguro.
Yun na nga.
So yeah, okay. Mabuhay kayo. Mabuhay, thanks at si Edgar. Thank you rin kayo. Sino itong huling nag-message? Si May Tibaw Vargas. Okay. Now we're gonna have a short break. Yung mga pagbati nyo, itutuloy lang natin mamaya, no, sa pagtatapos ng ating program. In the meantime, we have a topic that's coming up next, no. Ito yung giving evidence from overseas in the First-tier Tribunal. So, yan ho, tatalakayin ni attorney when we come back. So, wag ko kayong alis. Saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O, ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural. Tasty. Healthy. Versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating programa. Back on the show ho tayo. Ito ho ang ating programang Immigration Corner for those of you who have tuned in for the first time. No? Ako po si Sonny Laragan, ang inyong regular na nakakasama rito. Pero hindi ho ako ang star of the show dahil hindi naman ho ako immigration expert. Ito ho, ang ating immigration expert. No? Walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT. Happy Thursday once again, Attorney.
Happy Thursday, Sonny. Happy Thursday to everyone. Hopefully, yung connection ko is a bit better.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's now. I noticed. It's meron ng kumbaga okay na, parang mabilis na. Oh. Okay, good. So, ayan, sige. Di na tayo magpapahaba pa, magpapaligoy-ligoy. Mga kaibigan, eto na, take it away, Attorney, doon sa topic natin.
Okay. Thank you po. So, ang laki ng topic nga natin. And I'm so sorry for the rather long, yung title. So, giving evidence from overseas in the First-tier Tribunal. So, now, sabihin natin, nagpasok nga kayo ng application, but unfortunately, application nyo na refuse, no? So, they said no to the application and you want now to appeal, no? So, you want to challenge nga the refusal. So, alam ko lagi natin pinag-uusapan nga, no, things like evidence, anong kailangan nyo ipasok, mga statements, ganon. So, ang titingnan po natin ngayon is mainly to do with if you're going to give oral evidence, no? But not yung if you're going to give oral evidence from abroad. So, sabihin natin sa Pilipinas, no? So, nagpasok yung application o yung kamag-anak nyo, pamilya, nagpasok ng application was refused. Now, gusto nyo magbigay nga ng evidence, and the evidence can be oral evidence, yeah? So, let's just talk just generally about evidence. So, pagka meron kayong appeal, then kailangan nyo, of course, you have supporting documents. And that includes nga statements nyo, parang affidavit ng itsura, no? So, sasabihin nyo nga doon, ano bang sitwasyon nyo? Why are you saying nga na nagkamali nga yung home office? So that can be done in mainly two ways, no? Most common po ay yung written evidence. Para pa yung sabi ko affidavit. So pagka magpapasok nga kayo ng appeal, later on kailangan nyo din magpasok ng ebidensya. Ebidensya, written evidence usually. So statements nga. So sa statement would say sino kayo, anong address nyo, how you kung kayong appellant or are you supporting the appellant, no? Kayo bang sponsor? So all those things nandun sa statement. And of course, the objective, no, of a statement is to be able to say, to show the judge nga na nagkamali nga yung home office. Ano bang dahilan nyo, no? What are your facts, for example, no? Now, so written statement is not too much of a problem. Yung nga lang, kailangan nyo siguraduhin nga na alam nyo yung problema, you address it directly. Kung hindi, kung kailangan yung document to be translated, it's actually translated, no? And you say there that you made this statement, it's been translated to you, so naintindihan nyo nga. It's a good idea to also attach a copy of your some ID, so copy ng passport, just so that the judge can see that the documents actually from you, no? So yun, hindi yung problema. Kung nanggaling kayo sa Pilipinas o sa anumang bansa, if you're making an appeal, not an issue. You can prepare a statement nga. You don't need any kind of special permission to submit those, no? Yung nga lang, of course, you have to be careful as is usual kung ano sasabihin nyo sa statement. Now, what's more interesting and what can be problematic is kung if you want to give oral evidence pero wala kayo dito sa UK, no? Nasa ibang bansa kayo, kung nasa Pilipinas nga kayo. Ako, ang mga kliyente ko, I rarely really, no, require someone to give evidence from abroad. But recently, it's becoming more common. Dahil nga now, there's remote hearings, for example. There are ways of giving evidence electronically, yung tawag nga nila. And sometimes, it's also important, especially po, so sabihin natin, nagpasok yung application and on the basis of relationship, no? Tapos, na-refuse yung application nyo dahil sabi ng Home Office, hindi sila naniniwala, no? Na talagang, na talagang totoo yung relationship nyo. So, they may say, they don't think the relationship is genuine, o kaya it's a sham marriage, kung ano man. Now, of course, you can prepare a statement and sasabihin nyo nga doon why it is that the Home Office was wrong. But sometimes, with something like that, na it's a question of, if you like, it's not something that is easy to show. Dahil nga, it's not bank statements, not evidence of accommodation. It's more a question of how you come across, intention, no? Kung ganon ang problema, I find it is important that you're able to put your evidence across, no? And that way, kung merong questions nga yung Home Office, pwede ka din nilang tanungin. Oh, indeed, even the judge, ha? Pero hindi po yung basta-basta. Now, you can't just plug in, a telephone. You can't just give evidence over a mobile phone or even via Zoom. You actually need special permission. And this is really what we're going to talk about. So, on the rare occasion na kailangan nyo mang magbigay ng ebidensya, but it needs to be done orally, no? Pero wala nga kayo dito sa UK, sabihin natin nasa Pilipinas kayo, anong kailangan nyong gawin? And it's quite a complex process, so bear with me. So, unang-una po, you can give oral evidence kahit wala nga kayo dito. Yung nga lang, unang-una, you need to make an application. So, kasi to the court, to the tribunal. So, the application is made by whoever wants to adduce evidence. So, kung appellant nga kayo magpapasok application. So, and you have to give notice of that also to the Home Office. So, yung application, so for permission basically to give evidence orally from abroad, that's done online, So, you have to go onto their website, and it's an application, submit application online. And merong tab, ang sabi doon, other, it's that one you click. Okay? So, yun. Pagka nagpasok na kayo ng application na ganoon, then you can upload documents. So, kung meron kayong mga statements, cover letter, for example. So, basically, sasabihin nyo, bakit kailangan nyo magbigay ng ebidensya orally? Why can't it just simply be done in writing? So, you need to explain though to the judge, bakit nga yun, no? And it's also good to provide yung witness statement nyo. So, why is it that that it's not enough to simply have the witness statement? And that's usually kung hindi nga inaamin nung Home Office na yung sinasabi nyo totoo. If they're challenging, for example, the genuineness of your relationship. Now, pagka nagpasok na kayong application and then those you upload also any documents, the Home Office would then have 14 days, no, to reply, no. Automatically makukuha nila yung application nyo. But kami, as good practice, I would also just email them a copy of the application and what it is that you want, so that but otherwise the court, the tribunal nga papadala naman nila sa Home Office, no. The Home Office then will have 14 days to reply to you. So basically sasabihin nila doon, are those points na sinasabi mo, do they remain in dispute? So, do they accept it? If they accept it, then of course you may not want to take the oral evidence application further. But if they don't, which usually the case, then you need to take the next step. Now, ang mangyayari na, pagka nagpasok yung application na ganoon, the court, the tribunal will then make contact with something called the taking of evidence unit, ang tawag, TOE, T-O-E, okay? Right? The taking of evidence unit. So silang titingin nga nun. Tapos, they will then write to, in this case, the Philippines, no, to the individual country for permission. They want to check, is this person actually able to give evidence, for example. So hindi ba nga siya diplomat, for example, or indeed maybe that person is in prison or something like that. So they will make contact now with the relevant Philippine authorities. Now, if they don't, that is the Philippine authorities make reply to TOE, the taking of evidence unit, then it then gets sent to yung request. It then gets dealt with by the FCDO, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office. In the past, ang tawag nga lang FCO, ngayon tawag na sa kanila FCDO, to get permission. So sila na magko-contact, to the Philippines, for example. Now, if they still, if the Philippines say, yeah, that's fine, they can this person can give evidence nga, then that goes back to the court. Or indeed, if they don't reply, because they won't wait forever, the FCDO. Now, pagka either there's a reply or no reply, it goes back to the tribunal sa korte nga. Titingnan nga uli nila, is this really required? That they don't really like oral evidence from abroad because it obviously takes a bit longer. Kung kailangan nyo ng, sabihin natin, kailangan ng interpreter, it then adds again to the time. So it goes back basically to the tribunal. Titingnan nga nila, is this really necessary given kung anong sagot nga ng Home Office. So the final say, if you like, is with the court kung gusto nga nila. Kung gusto nila, sabihin nila, fine, that person actually should give evidence, then the evidence is given by online, So it can either be by phone, or indeed by video. So they will send, so mangyayari yung korte nga, yung tribunal, magpapadala sila dun sa witness nga, wherever, a link to click on, So kailangan yung siguraduhin that you have, in fact, the possibility na yung connection nga, we even here, connections can be a bit ropey, You just need to make sure meron kayong computer nga doon, o kung laptop nga, that there's a modem there, that you can log on. You can, of course, use your mobile phone, because you can also log in using your mobile, but I find that's a bit small, so it's sometimes better to either have a laptop or better yet yung desktop, where it's more stable yung connection that you will be seen by the judge, and you will be questioned by the Home Office. And you will be questioned by your own side, yung solicitor nyo, barrister nyo, yung legal representative nyo. So, importante nga, makikita mo sila and makikita kanila. And they, remember, makikita kanila, So, ang payo ko, dress like you would in a court hearing. So, dress smartly. It doesn't have to be, anything posh, of course, but yung dress smartly. Don't for goodness sake, just give evidence in shorts, for example, because it doesn't give the right impression. So you should also treat it with respect, and because you are then at that point, you're giving evidence sa court. Okay, wala nga kayo dito, nasa ibang bansa kayo, but you are being seen, and you are being asked. So it's a proper court hearing. Yung nga lang, nandun kayo, nandito nga yung judge. And the judge, and indeed, the tribunal nga, will decide depending on yung evidence nyo nga. So be prepared. Importante nga din, you must read your statement. So, because you will be examined and cross-examined in the normal way. So there are ways of giving evidence nga orally. Yung nga lang hindi po basta-basta. But if you think na importante nga yun sa inyo, and especially important, I think, if it's to do nga with intention, no? Kung hindi sila naniniwala na talaga meron nga kayong relationship, or actually sole responsibility. It can be sometimes quite important, sole responsibility. So makikita nga ng judge, someone especially who's 14, 15, 16 years old, or 17, 18 na nga, no? To give evidence why it is that yung nanay, yung tatay, that they have sole responsibility. But be careful then, I mean, of course, it would be good if if someone gives evidence orally, tapos they can get examined, cross-examine, and put their point of view across. Pero ingat din kayo, because it could be sometimes na mas maganda nga that the evidence is just in writing, rather than orally, no? So think seriously about, okay, is this person going to likely give good evidence in person? Kung hindi, then you may want to stick really with evidence in writing. So those of you who would like to who need to give evidence, or like to give evidence nga orally, you can, but don't forget there is a process. At saka mabagal sila ngayong sumagot, no? The Philippine side, actually, I've had this a couple of times recently. Mabagal sila, and it could be that the court says, well, we can't wait forever, then they still list it. So if that's an intention you want to, if that's your intention, make the application as soon as possible. So,
Okay, ayan. Oh,
meron kayong question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, inano ko lang, na-curious lang ako sa taking of evidence unit, yung TOW unit na yan, no?
Yeah.
Parang, wow, TOW unit, no? Ayan, okay. So, ang first tier tribunal, that is the first parang tier, or first parang venue for appealing, di ba? And then afterwards, kung na-refuse ka pa, then you go to an appeal, parang higher tribunal, ganun. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unang-una yung first-tier tribunal, and if that does not happen, then it could be that you can apply for permission to appeal. It could also be considered by the first-tier tribunal ulit, or it can go up to the upper tribunal. There are also possibilities of course, of high court nga, sometimes not court of appeal. So it's just there are various, tama ka, various tiers to get to. But this is the process nga for first-tier tribunals. And people are always amazed, actually, na that it's not simpler, giving evidence, especially na ngayon, by phone, for example, o kaya by Zoom, no? But it's hindi nga lang basta-basta.
Ano to, no? Ito sa first tier tribunal, hindi lang hindi lang immigration and asylum courts, no? It could be any kind of no? It could be any kind, generic yata yan, attorney. It is not exclusive alone to immigration and asylum. It could cover some other things, but other cases, no?
Yeah. So tama ka. So tribunals can be the first-tier tribunals can deal with various cases, no? Tribunals generally, but so but there's a special one, first-tier tribunal, to do with immigration.
Immigration.
And so
asylum.
That's what so first-tier tribunal to do with immigration.
A chamber, no? Immigration and asylum chamber. I was reading up on, because I got so interested with curious about this taking of evidence unit, no? And ADUS, sabi ko, ano ba itong ADUS na to? Cite as evidence process of putting forward or presenting evidence or arguments for consideration of the court.
Yeah.
Okay,
tama.
Attorney, hindi na ako masyado magtatanong because we have a lot of questions for tonight, both from people who sent us their messages, their questions, plus some dyan sa chat room natin, no? Okay, so let's go ahead with the first question. Okay na tayo, shoot na tayo, Attorney. Okay, go.
Okay, galing po kay Nina. Nina Turner. Hi, Nina. Hi, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Tatanong ko lang po sana, yung tungkol sa anak ng isang puti na nasa Pilipinas. Pwede pa rin siya ba siyang makapasok sa UK kahit patay na yung ama? Okay. Also, ilang taon po dapat ang bata para makapasok siya dito? Maraming salamat po. This is a great question actually, Nina. No, it's a really good question, and I'll tell you why. No, so ito. So unang-una, yung edad ng bata, no? Kung British na nga yung bata, dahil pinanganak nga siyang tatay nga niya, ama niya ay British. So that means likelihood is British nga din yung bata, no? So kung British nga yung bata, of course, pwede siyang pumasok nga dito. Anytime, really, no? There's no limit as such. But kung gustong sumama yung ina, then really yung bata should come into the United Kingdom whilst under the age of 18. No? But this is actually not quite as straightforward as that. A lot of people assume na kung anak mo British nga, nandun kayo sa Pilipinas, of course, hindi mo siya pwedeng iwanan nga lang dito sa UK, and that you can just come along with the child, no? But it's actually not as straightforward as that, because the law, yung batas nga, it requires na yung bata dito nakatira. So hindi nasasamahan mo dahil nandun nga kayo sa Pilipinas, but dito nga na siya nakatira. And sometimes possible, no? So kung yung bata 15 na, no, as long as they're old enough, say, to travel, maybe that you can do that. Pero kung yung bata baby pa, you're not going to be able to do that, no? So hindi nga dito nakatira yung bata. So the rules actually don't fit exactly. So this is a case I've had relatively recently. Dahil yung nanay nga nasa Pilipinas, nando yung baby, gusto nang pumasok dito, namatay nga yung actually tatay nga, no? So what we had to do there, in fact, was we had to make an application na under this rule, but then we had to upload documents to say that, okay, we don't fit in this rule dahil nga wala, yung bata hindi dito nakatira sa United Kingdom, but you should look at it on exceptional circumstances, no? And then you're able to show, so we needed to show nga that indeed it's in the child's best interest to enter the United Kingdom with the mom. So we're waiting, in fact, for the result nga there. But I'm hopeful because the mom wants to come to the UK, and yung nga lang, she didn't want to, of course, send the child ahead, no, or even come to the UK on any other type of visa. So Nina, the answer is they can make an application nga. The application can be made online. She won't fit exactly dahil kundi nakatira yung bata dito. So pagka nagpasok yung application, kailangan niyang sabihin din doon, pagka yung mga documents in support, when it's uploaded, kailangan niya sabihin doon why it is that there are exceptional circumstances. The fee for this type of application is £1,538 plus the IHS. And also be careful, dahil even though she doesn't fit exactly, ang payo ko, she should still nevertheless do the English language, which is A1 test for this type of application. So hopefully that helps, Nina. Kung if you have additional questions on the point, email me and I'll send you the link to the section for the application.
Okay, parang hindi ma-reconcile sa mind ko, attorney, no? Here's a child, anak ng puti, patay na, mother is in the Philippines. I don't know if you're trying to qualify it that the mom is a spouse already that was just in the Philippines. Kasi I am quite confused because it's easier for, it's easier for a Filipino getting married to a European than a British person, no, a guy, because the requirements of salary minimum, halimbawa magkano 18,000 something, di ba? So parang hindi ko ma-reconcile sa mind ko. Here is there's an attempt to bring the kid in the mom is still alive, pero the dad normally parang petitions or tries to get them because we have so many cases. Marami tayong cases na nabuntis ang babae sa Pilipinas. Siyempre na mga anak ko, whatever. Hindi nila madala simply because walang pera yung lalaki, hindi nag-comply dun sa ano tawag dito, dun sa sa requirement na salary, at saka yung wala siguro, baka wala pang savings, wala pang accommodation. Paano to? I'm quite confused. Could you clarify that thing?
Yeah,
You do know where I'm
no,
coming
sorry,
from, no? Do you know where I'm
yeah,
coming from? Kasi naguguluhan ako eh.
Tama ka. Yeah, and I'm not surprised you're confused because it is confusing, no? And it doesn't entirely make sense. So, ito. So, unang-una, kung nandito nga yung, kung buhay pa yung ama, no? O kung nandito nga yung ama, then it is, the application must be on the partner route, no? Not the child-parent route. So, kung nandito nga yung ama, nandun yung anak nga sa yung pamilya niya sa Pilipinas, gusto niyang kunin yung bata nga British at saka yung nanay nga, no, dito sa UK. That application nung nanay, nung asawa nga, it must be made under the partner route, no, spouse. Kung sila o hindi, it must be made under the partner route. So yun. So kung buhay yung tatay nandito siyang sponsor, partner route ang una. Can't use the child parent route. Now, on top of that though, no, kung wala na yung ama, o walang pakialam yung ama, o patay na nga, no, the rules provide na yung nanay can come into the UK as the parent of a British child, but one of the main requirements ay nandito nga yung bata. Dito nakatira yung bata, no? So, living already in the United Kingdom at the time of the application. Now, that's not always the case. And actually, most of the time, wala dito yung bata, dahil baby pa nga, but nasa Pilipinas kasama ng nanay. No? So, kung yun ang sitwasyon, di kailangan nila magpasok ng application pa rin. It's actually the same application. Yung nga lang, pagka nagpasok sila ng application, kailangan nyo nga lang sabihin, you need to make arguments, no? So, on private family life, you know, best interest of the child, under what's called Section 55. And then, yung home office nga, titingnan nila, unang titingnan nila is, well, okay, nasan yung bata? Kung wala dito, hindi dito nakatira yung bata, they'll refuse the application under that route, no? But, they may grant it under on the basis that there are exceptional circumstances. So, even though hindi nga dito nakatira yung bata, nandun silang pareho, they see, okay, it is in the child's best interest to enter the United Kingdom to be able to live in the UK with nanay. No? So that would then be the scenario. Now, kung matanda na yung bata o teenager na nga yung bata, for example, o may mag-aalaga nga dito, what you could also do is yung bata papasok muna. So at the time, nandito nga yung bata, and then pagka nandito yung bata, the application is then submitted, and then you're able to tick the box na nandito nga yung bata. So you fit within the rules. But it's not always possible, especially kung baby pa nga yung anak nyo, no? So it is, I'm not surprised, you know, you're confused because it is actually quite a confusing scenario. Kung magkasama nga yung nanay at bata, which doesn't actually make the entire sense. But yeah, so it could be that it's refused on that basis, on the child parent route, but is granted on a different route, and that's to do now with the exceptional circumstances, family life, private life. Yeah.
So regular ruling is that a regular law is that yung presence ng child muna, but in this situation hindi nga po pwede. And then the route now is by exceptional circumstances. But now the mom can now come in. Ganun pala, no? Parang ganun, can come in because she is a mother of a British child na ba? Pagka ganun ba, pwedeng i-apply sa Pilipinas, British child? Ganun na ba yan?
Yeah. So
Okay lang,
so a child.
i-apply muna.
Yeah.
A child of a British is
So
automatically British?
yeah. So kung ang tatay o nanay, no, nung pinanganak siya ay British, then that child will be British by descent.
By,
So ibig sabihin nga
blood, by blood, no?
yeah, so no, by descent. So ibig sabihin they can they would he or she would be British, no? But because that it's British by descent, he was abroad when he was born, no? Hindi niya pwedeng ipasa yung citizenship niya to his child if that, if then he or she has children.
The other root is, the first root is the presence of the child here. So you were mentioning pag may edad na, ano ba, say before nasa teenage dumating, papasok dito, mag-attempt na pumasok, and then by that somehow she can now apply, or he can, whatever, the child can now apply for stay here in the UK. Yung ganun ba ang sinasabi mo?
The mom.
Anong age yan?
So yung bata, yung bata anytime, no? Because British naman siya, no? The child, someone British can come into the United Kingdom without needing to do anything else. Kailangan lang niyang valid passport. But kung ang balak sasama yung nanay, then the rules provide that the child at the time must be under the age of 18.
Okay, kung buhay ang father, attorney, anytime din pwedeng dumating ang bata? Pwedeng kunin ng father or mother, as the case may be?
Yeah. Kung British nga yung bata, can travel.
Ang problema lang, spouse lang, yung mother or your father, as the case may be, no? Yun lang may problema, hindi ganun ka straightforward. But the child is automatically pwedeng makuha. Dumating.
Yeah, hindi niya kailangan kunin.
So kunyari ako British ako British na ako ngayon, no? So meron akong anak sa Pilipinas halimbawa na, sa isang babae. Maski walang requirement ng sweldo o pera, pwede ka nang kunin. Bilang ko lang ng pamasahe ng ticket yung bata, pwede na dumating dito.
Yung bata lang, no?
Yung
bata
lang.
Will
bata
be
lang.
entitled to citizenship. Yeah.
Really? Okay. In that scenario, buhay ang nanay. What if patay na nanay? Anong magiging complexion? Anong magiging scenario naman?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Patay na tatay. Patay na yung tatay. Nanay at tatay, patay na yung nanay. Yung father yung nakabuntis, yung British lalaki. Lalaki yung British. Yung nanay, Pilipina. Patay na rin. Patay na yung father, patay na rin yung nanay. Paano ngayon ang scenario ng bata?
No problem. British yung bata eh.
No problem. Pwede. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Sige.
So,
meron tayong question. Okay, tuloy-tuloy na. Ano lang kasi, na-confuse kasi ako sa, sabi ko, anytime pala pwedeng pumasok. Okay.
No.
So pagka ako kunyari, teka muna, attorney. So it doesn't matter, ang batas, blind ang batas sa kung may asawa ko o hindi, o divorce ako o hindi. As long as may anak ako sa Pilipinas, daling ko rito, maski wala akong mga 18,000, kung konti lang o naka-benefits ako, I can get the child? Ganun ang sinasabi mo?
Kung British yung bata, so kung pinanak yung bata...
British ako, kaya automatic sabi mo, di ba? Automatic, dahil British ako, ang mother or father, as the case may be, automatic yung bata, British.
No.
Kasi sabi mo, kung British ang bata...
So kung British ang bata, and to be British, no, one of the things nga to be seen as to be regarded as British nga is kung pinanganak siya at the time British ka na, no?
Oh yes,
pinanganak sa Pilipinas.
So yung pagkapanganak pa lang British na kagad siya. Wala nang requirement going to the embassy, British embassy. Basta automatic yung parang automatic British na siya, ganun. Paglabas pa lang yung sa nanay niya, so, British na yan, ganun. Yeah.
So kung British ka nung pinanganak siya, British yung bata, but British by descent. Okay. And the main difference is hindi niya pwedeng ipasa.
Kunyari, may mga British na lalaki, may asawa na, gano'n. Dito, may mga anak, nakabuntis sa Pilipinas, pwede ba niyang kunin yun?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
yung
okay.
bata.
Alright, sige,
The
okay.
British yung
Yung
bata.
bata. Oh, yung bata. Oh,
Yeah.
yung bata. Okay.
Yeah, yung bata
Oh.
lang.
Pero yung bata naman in future ba, kunyari yung bata, naging British na, kukunin ko yung nanay ko. Pwede naman yun. Pwede yun. Di ba?
Yeah, that's the problem nga eh. No, hindi nga lang yung basta-basta. Then, pagka over 8, then, kukunin niya yung nanay, then you go into this adult dependent route, no?
Yun mahirap yun. It's next to impossible yun.
Yeah.
Parang gano'n, di ba? It's kind of
Tama.
difficult.
Tama. Yun na nga.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, kung yun ang
Okay.
sitwasyon, better for the child to come into the UK before 18, tapos, then the mom comes.
Teka muna. Before 18, it gives a
18.
better chance for the mom? Ganun ba?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before 18,
technically, kasi adult dependent route yan, di ba? Before there used to be, you can get your child below 18, a parent or whoever over 65. Nawala na yan. Sabi mo, in 2015, 12 ba yata? Parang nagbago yan, di ba? O, 12. So ngayon, yun, adult na yan. So may edad na yun, over 65. Pero ngayon, yung bata pala, pag dumating dito, before 18, there's a good chance na makuha yung nanay?
Yeah, so the rules, it's nothing to do with the adult dependent route, no? This is the parent route, yeah? So the parent route to the parent route, basically, no? So kung yun, so sabihin natin, yung bata under 18, nandito na siya sa UK, no? Tapos, gustong pumasok nga yung nanay to look after the child. Dahil wala na yung tatay, no? Now, in that case, that yung nanay nga would need to show things like that she can provide for herself in the UK without recourse to public funds, so finances. There's no 18,600, pero kailangan pa rin niyang pakita na kung ano man meron siyang trabaho, she can support herself in the UK, for example, pagka nandito na nga siya. And kailangan niyang A1 test, no? Kung yun ang sitwasyon nga, papasok siya dito, it's actually a 5-year visa, no? So, 2.5 years una, tapos another 2.5 years, and then she can apply, in fact, for indefinite leave to remain. So, it's actually a very good visa to have. Yung nga lang, kailangan niyang pakita, sapat ang pera niya pagka nandito siya, and nandito na nga yung bata. It just becomes more complicated kung yung bata, baby pa, nandun nga sa Pilipinas. So, certainly a way forward may be, no, kung hindi naman baby yung bata, is for the child to come into the United Kingdom first. So then that way, at least that condition, you're able to satisfy.
Okay. Well, yan, at least mga kababayan, mga nanonood, maski nasa ang bahagi kayo ng mundo, at least yung mga pinapaliwanag na attorney, you're giving you ideas, no? Nagbibigay ng ideas. Okay. Alam kong medyo marami tayong tanong, medyo kaya lang, siyempre, na-intriga lang ako doon sa napatanong tuloy ko sa tinatalakay mo, attorney. But tama rin naman yun, kasi it might be a question coming from our kababayans, and I am parang representing yung viewers natin, in a way, no? Yung way of thinking nila. Okay, meron tayong from the chat room, Mario Sandre Inache. Yeah, sabi niya, ask ko lang po, sana, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, flight na po namin ang anak ko sa London to join my husband, which is, I am under his EU settlement. Is it possible to be, po ba maka-work ako after applying Ninyo card? Ano yan? Ninyo card?
Yeah, national insurance number.
Ano ba, attorney?
Yeah, national insurance. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, pwede na. Oh, okay. Pwede,
yeah.
oh.
Actually, pwede kang magtrabaho kahit wala kang national insurance number. But it's better to have it. Tatanungin ka, yeah, of course. Pwede kang magtrabaho.
Okay. Oh, fantastic, no? Fantastic. No, well, congratulations, Mario Sandre Inache. Anong nationality na husband mo? Message mo lang mamaya. But in the meantime, so okay, pwede kang mag-work maski meron o wala ka pang national insurance number. Okay, no? Ayan. So, good. All right. Luli. Ayan, okay, so Luli S. Attorney, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Ask ko lang po, sana, if meron po bang solicitor na pwedeng mag-asikaso ng visa extension ng parent, nandito po sa UK, Yung mami ko, kasi visit visa lang. May way po bang ma-extend? Thanks in advance. Luli ito.
Luli, oh.
Yeah, of course, no. Solicitors who specialize nga in immigration, of course, yeah. But they can deal with visa extensions. Yung nga lang, it's a question really of whether you want to make that application, Luli. Dahil ito, visit visa grants should not be more than 6 months. So kung binigyan siyang 6 months, the chances of getting that extended napakaliit unless there are exceptional circumstances. So kung ako ikaw, think seriously about really whether you want that, or baka mas maganda bang umuwi siya, balik siya sa atin, and then maybe see about coming back in. Because you see, the problem is, kung magpasok kayong application dito, and then the application is refused, pagka uwi siya, gusto niyang bumalik nga dito, kailangan niya magpasok uli ng application for visit visa, baka magka-problema siya because then she has a background, no? So kung hindi ganong importante, so she just wants to extend it, dahil nga Christmas time, ganoon, I wouldn't do it. So unless absolutely necessary, kung 6 months na nga nabigay sa kanya, think seriously about whether you even want to.
Question, attorney. Minsan ina-advise yung mga, this is the reality sa labas, no? Parang minsan gusto mag-stay ng matagal, pero tatanungin halimbawa sa immigration, sa port of entry, ang i-advise ng mga tao, sabihin mo, 1 month ka lang. Pero in reality, the plan is to go over 5 or 6 months, which is the maximum. Tama ba yan? Pag tinanong ko sa port of entry, how long are you gonna be here, Mr. Laragan? I'm gonna be here for 1 month. Pero the intention is 6 months. Pero automatically ba, bibigyan ka 6 months, maski 1 month na sabihin mo?
They can, no? So they can change actually, no? You could, so sabihin natin bibigyan ka ng 6 months. They can change it so that you only get granted nga a shorter visa. But even if they don't do that, huwag kayong magsinungaling because they will make a note of it, no? That everything is computerized now. So they'll make a note of it against your record. Sabi, may declaration that will only be in the United Kingdom 1 week. Tapos natagalan ka. They won't. You may find later on magkakaproblema ka. And frankly, if you already have a visa for 6 months, that's actually what you wanted also. Pagka papasok ka na dito, you shouldn't have a problem. You already made the declaration na 6 months nga.
May visa ba na 1 month?
Yeah.
May visa ba na 1 month?
They can.
Meron na?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you apply, what are the... Okay. Sige, sorry. You were about to say something.
Yeah, yung nga lang, it's just maximum. You can apply for the standard visa 6 months nga, no? But they can give you a visa for less than that. No, they can give you a visa for 1 week.
Before, when I was just a permanent resident, I had no araw. I don't know if they still do it, no, sa US. They give you a 10-year multiple entry visa. Once lang yun, once lang. Ibig sabihin, they give you automatic 10 years. Meron bang graduation dito? Graduated, for example, first trip to the UK, 6 months, again. Then may second tier na 1 year multiple entry, 2 years multiple entry. Is there such a thing? Meron bang mga ganyan sa atin sa UK?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's you don't see it often, no. 90% ng mga visa nakikita ko, visit visa is 6 months maximum. But otherwise, so kung hindi nga 6 months, you can also get a 2-year visa. You can get a 5-year visa. You can get a 10-year visa. Very rare, but you can also get that, no. Mas mataas nga lang pagbayad, and also it's maximum nga of 6 months, no. So hindi nga pwedeng kung bigyan ka ng 5-year visa, 5-year ka dito. But it's 6 months, no? But of course, kung lagi kang pumapasok dito, it could be that you get questioned at the airport, no? And kung talagang nagdududa sila, it could also be that they stop you from coming into the UK. They hold you at the port, or they hold you at the airport with a view to sending you back, no? But yeah, no, you can get a visa. You just need to pay a bit more home office fee.
So may 5-year visa, 2-year visa, no? 5-year visa. Okay. All right. Sige, may next question tayo, Direk. Sige, go, please.
So, galing po to kay Maribel. No? Hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. I'm asking this for a friend. What to do if terminated na ng employers, which is sila yung nag-sponsor? May apat na tanong po siya. Una, no? Pwede pa rin po ba siya mag-stay here in the UK? Pangalawa, pwede pa rin bang mag-apply para makakuha ng panibagong sponsorship? Third, pwede po ba siyang mag-appeal? And lastly, pwede po bang mabawi yung sponsorship fee? Okay, Maribel, let's deal with all the questions. So, unang-una nga, question mo.
Daming tanong yan. Ilan ba yan?
Yeah, that's fine, no?
No.
Una, pwede ba siya mag-stay here in the UK? Well, ang visa nga niya is on the basis of yung trabaho. So, until such time as that visa is rescinded o putulin nga nila, yeah, she can stay in the UK. Ang problema nga lang, Maribel, hindi siya pwedeng magtrabaho. Dahil ang visa nga niya, attached yun no? Doon sa sponsor niya. No? So she can stay for as long as that visa is existing. Yung nga lang, hindi siya pwedeng magtrabaho. Yung pangalawang mong question, pwede pa siya makakuha ng panibagong sponsor? Yes. Yeah, she can see about changing sponsor. Most of the time, actually, I'm dealing with a lot of carriers nga, no? And unfortunately, some of them are badly treated by the employer. So there, what I would normally say is, okay, kung gusto nyo lumabas nga dun sa trabaho nyo nga ngayon, maghanap kayo muna ng panibago, yung sasalo nga sa inyo. So, pwede nga niyang palitan yung sponsorship nga niya dito, no? Especially if it's under the shortage occupation list, which is carers, no? Pangatlong question, third, pwede po ba siya mag-appeal? I'm not really sure what you mean here by appeal nga, appeal because of the termination of employment or appeal on immigration. So, kung ma-refuse nga yung application niya under the yung panibagong sponsorship, there's no appeal really. It's what's called administrative review, no? So it's not as good as an appeal. So hopefully hindi niya kailangan. And lastly, pwede bang mabawi yung sponsorship fee? My question there, my concern, Maribel, is the sponsorship fee should not have been paid by her. It should have been paid by the employer. So kung siya nagbayad, for whatever reason, she should get it back. The sponsorship fee should have been paid by the employer.
Oh, okay, attorney, dyan ba sa ano pangalan nito? What is the length of a contract normally na experience mo, nakikita mo? Is it 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Ano nakikita mong usual? The reason why I'm asking that is, for example, 3 years, hindi ko alam kung gaano katagal, no? 3 years, halimbawa, 1 year pa lang o 2 years lang, terminate. Were you trying to advise them na, sige, can they stay here? So may 1 year pa. Kumbaga, ito yung, 3 years yung sa original employer. Yung, they buy time, they try to, yung meron kasi na, kumbaga, legal pa sila magstay dito, although terminated na. Yung 1 year na yan, they try to find a job and then, say, luckily, they were able to get employment. So, okay na, ganun ba? Ganun ba ang sinasabi mo? 3 years ba? Ano ba? I don't know. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ba ang contract na nakikita mo? And this, for example, first year, let's say na terminate na, may 2 years pa, ganun ba? That they can just hang around, stay around here, tambay dito lang muna. In the meantime, looking for a job. Ganun ba? Paano ba yan?
No, yun. So there are two distinct issues there. So unang-una yung kontrata, yung papasok nga dito on the basis of under the skilled worker route. Yung kontrata, most of the time it's what they call rolling contract, no? So it's not a fixed term contract. So
pero may initial na, may initial na 1 year muna. Pero may initial na 1 year and then it rolls.
Yeah. 6
months po pwede bang 6 months?
No. So it's a continuing contract basically. No? So it's a full-time permanent employment and it doesn't have to be fixed. So there's no. So it does, in fact, it should not be really a fixed-term contract. Not under the say so if kung career ka, sabihin natin, papasok ka nga dito, you don't need a fixed-term contract of employment. usually it's a rolling contract. So it just continues until such time as it's terminated. Pero iba po yung the cost, the certificate of sponsorship, no? So the certificate of sponsorship can be, say, for 2 years, no, or 5 years, no, the certificate of sponsorship. Now, that is really, but that's nothing to do now with the contract. So kung ang cost is 2 years or 3 years, a lot of the time it's 3 years nga, then that is the length of the cost. Pagka matatapos na yung cost and therefore the visa, no, yung visa nga, so matatapos na nga ang visa mo, kailangan mo magpasok ng extension. But again, it's nothing to do with yung kontrata mo as long as you're employed by the same person, no? Most of the time, ang problema ng mga tao, kung ma-terminate nga yung trabaho nila, is yung nga, trabaho. They're attached. That's the thing with the skilled worker route. Yung visa mo, you are dependent yung sa sponsor mo na yun ang nga lang trabaho. Bawal lahat sa iba. So yun ang trabaho mo. That is where you're supposed to be working. And most people, pagka nandito sila, especially nga on that basis, kailangan na magtrabaho. No? Kailangan mo kumita para may padala o kain nga dito. So the issue of your standby nga lang, that doesn't really work. If you work without the outside nga, you know, the visa that your skilled worker route, then you would be in breach of your immigration status. So pwede ka nilang pabalikin.
Two separate ba yan? Two separate things ba yan? May cost at saka may kontrata lang, gano'n ba? You said,
Yeah.
wala
So,
bang minimum yan? For example, okay, it's a rolling thing, pero wala bang initial contract of employment for about a year muna, gano'n?
No.
When you say rolling, kasi parang hindi
there's-
ko ma-pinpoint eh. Yeah. Kung 1 year ba yan,
So
2
there's
years,
three
or
different
6
issues
months?
really. So
Uh-huh.
there's something called cost, the certificate of sponsorship. Yun ang manggagaling nga sa employer. So sasabihin nila, okay, I want to employ you, and this is what would also give you under the points-based system, skilled worker route, the 20 points, diba? You remember, pinag-usapan nga natin, kailangan mo 70 points. That will give you the 20 points, for example, yung cost. Now, separately from that, pag nakakuha na kayong cost, kung nasa Pilipinas nga kayo, sabihin natin, papasok kayo dito, kailangan magpasok ng application for a visa, entry visa, on that basis. No? Now, ang visa bibigay nga sa inyo, it would only be for the length of time of the course. Usually it's 3 years. And then the third issue, again, it's separate, is yung kontrata nyo. Yung kontrata, usually, it would provide for a probationary period. No? So it could be 3 months or 6 months, and it can be terminated within 1 week if it doesn't work out between the two, between the employer and the employee. It could also be na kailangan yung that they want some repayment of certain costs that they've incurred because to bring you into the United Kingdom. Pero iba po yun. So you don't need necessarily a fixed term contract nga. It's most of the time it's a rolling contract, no? So it can be terminated, of course, no, either one, but it's not fixed as such.
Okay. Well, medyo magtatanong pa sana ako, pero iwanan na natin siguro, balikan natin yan. May anong next question natin, Direk? Ayan, ito.
Okay. So, someone anonymous. So, good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Meron po kasi akong friend na 14 years na pong nag-overstay dito sa UK. Naka-boyfriend po siya na Filipino citizen here in the UK, and they were living here for 7 years. Nakakuha na din po sila sa court ng decree ng divorce. Pwede po bang maayos yung paper ng overstayer? No? Paano po bang dapat nilang gawin? Maraming salamat po. Okay, unang-una, tama ba yung sabi mo, Filipino citizen rather than British citizen here in the UK? Now, it could also be, I mean, that's fine, no? Kung Filipino citizen nga, pero indefinite, sabihin natin, no? Settlement status nga dito. But either way, so one of them is divorced, or one of them was married, now divorced in the UK. So that's fine. So ito, 14 years na siyang overstayer, naka-boyfriend siya, Filipino citizen, but I'm assuming indefinite na siya, yung fiancé, and then they want to marry because there's a decree of divorce, no? Maayos po bang yung papers ng overstayer? The answer is maybe, no? But it's quite maraming kasama nga itong question, no? So unang-una nga kung overstayer na nga siya, you need to be able to show exceptional circumstances kung magpapasok ka nga ng application in country. It could be in the absence of exceptional circumstances, kailangan yung it may be an idea also for her to potentially babalik nga kasal muna dito, dahil of course there's no divorce sa atin, and then bring her into the UK on the basis of that, no, the marriage nga. Yung nga lang, kailangan din nila mag-ingat sa timing. Dahil kung overstayer na nga siya, pagka kakasal na nga sila dito, when they go see the registrar, sasabihin registrar, okay, we know we work closely with the Home Office. You're seeking to marry, wala kang visa. And so we need to inform the Home Office, no, of your intention to marry. So kailangan niya mag-ingat. But the quick answer is, yeah, it's a possibility na maayos nga yung papeles niya kahit overstayer na nga siya dito. But there are quite a lot of things na kailangan nilang mag-ingat. So marrying in the UK, timing, no, exceptional circumstances, or indeed mas maganda mang uuwi siya pagkakasal na sila and then come in as a spouse. So siya definitely must seek legal advice before doing anything. Sorry, Sonny, hindi ka namin marinig.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I can hear you
switch kagad. You can hear me now. No. So sometimes may ganong magandang strategy. Uwi muna bago bumalik na lang. Mas okay. para ano.
Could be.
Okay. Pero meron din danger din doon. Baka hindi na rin makabalik. Isa na rin yun. It's a gamble.
Tama ka.
Di ba? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a gamble. Okay. Okay. Meron tayong question. Ito. Yun. Oh, okay. Very good. Direct. Maganda na. Okay. Go.
Okay.
Attorney.
So, Attorney Lira, I've been raring to ask this question for quite some time now. It may not be the smartest question in the bunch, but it just makes me wonder regarding the reasoning behind it. I actually tried to flag it with Attorney Dana Tuesday's program, but Derek Paula missed it. What is on those white wigs that you guys have to don during court proceedings?
Yung barristers.
You know that the barristers.
Oh.
So okay, so it's actually traditionally, in fact, it was those are the wigs, no, mainly used by barristers, nga, no. I mean, it's and traditionally it was made of horsehair, in fact, no. Ngayon it's now all plastic. It's not that they don't use horsehair anymore. Okay.
Okay.
But in the past, I mean, it dates back to like from Victorian times, no? They even put talcum powder on it, no? And it comes in a little
sa labas?
tin box. Alin, sa labas.
Sa labas. Okay.
It's very itchy. So it's very itchy also.
Okay.
So it's so to if you like to you would dust it, and to keep it in good condition, there's talcum powder, a special powder that you put on it. But it was really introduced to make to provide advocates, lawyers nga anonymity, no. So I mean, and it actually works, no. Most people, if you have the because I have a gown, no. So for solicitors, you have a gown, you have this parang cravat, no. It's white, and with barristers they also have the wig nga. And I find with that getup, once they take off the wigs, no, they look quite different, no. So it provides anonymity. It also gives, of course, a more if you like, formality, no. But yeah, so it was traditionally horsehair. It's an interesting question. Horsehair, hindi na nga ngayon, and they're really, really expensive. Those wigs, and actually the gowns. And only at least it was when I bought mine a long time ago now, like nearly 3 decades ago, no, yung gown ko. You could only buy it at that time from one shop. It's called Eden Ravenscroft.
Wow. Right. But that time, pero ngayon, marami nang nagbebenta?
I don't know actually because I've not had you buy one gown, that's pretty
Okay,
much all
okay,
you have,
okay,
no?
okay, okay.
So yeah, so I
Wow.
don't
Why,
actually
why
know if
is
you
it
can buy it.
so
I
is
suspect
it
no.
so expensive ba yung mga gowns? Yung wig sabi mo mahal, no? Mahal din. I was
Mahal na
thinking
mahal.
I was about to ask you na pwede bang iba-ibang kulay ng wig, no? Pero the reason being is anonymity. Talaga?
Yeah, I
Anonymity?
mean, part of it's anonymity and also just the formality because they want to come across. Court proceedings should be, formal proceedings, and so
Oo
they
nga, no?
want
Hindi.
that formality. So because it is a serious business, nga. But on top of that is anonymity. That is if you have a wig, you have all the get up, nga. If you're walking down the road, sabihin natin kapitbahay mo, no? Or they're living, so chances are you probably won't be recognized. So it does provide you with anonymity.
I'm also intrigued by this. I don't know. Have you got Netflix, attorney? There's this new series that I enjoyed watching. I was binging on it, 16 episodes. It's called Extraordinary Attorney Woo. It's a South Korean series. Now, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's sa Amerika, maraming mga law stories, mga law, di ba, ganyan, mga law firms, ganyan, no? But here, itong si Wu is an autistic, and she graduated summa cum laude sa law. She had a very high sa bar exam niya, but she couldn't be employed because of her autism niya, no? Pero yun ang story. It's a nice, cute story. Very educational din, no? Pero yun lang, napansin ko lang, I'm quite curious, bakit, meron pa ba ibang country na kamukha ng UK? Kasi, if in Korea, the same lawyer is the same who goes to court, no? In America, gano'n, sa Pilipinas. Pero dito, magkaiba eh. Iba yung barrister, iba yung solicitor, no? Bakit gano'n? Why is it so?
Again, it dates back really to well, I suppose Victorian days again, no? Then you had the court process itself was somehow always separated, between those who deal, say, with conveyancing or with properties, and it just simply has continued. Actually, there've been calls for the migration now of both, So like the U.S. or Germany, Actually, most countries. I don't actually know another country where there's a division between the bar and the solicitors. So there've been calls about migrating the two. But actually, I don't think, in fact, that it's a bad thing to have the division. But okay, I don't know any different because this is obviously where I qualified. Because it allows you also to earlier, focus on what you like better potentially. So, may mga tao, they love advocacy. I'm not a fan of advocacy. I mean, I would do it, but it's not something that gets my heart beating fast. I like people. I like taking instructions. I like meeting new clients. I like actually particularly preparing, statements, good statements, appeals. So yun ang focus ko. And I think if I had to do both, that I don't know. It's maybe for me at least it would be less interesting. I like to do what I'm doing now.
Kasi kunyari ka ba, criminal, for example, ako, I killed somebody. I might initially first go to a solicitor, but in court, it's going to be a barrister who's going to be representing me, di ba? Sa korte.
I mean, yeah, tama ka. But there's now also more of a mixing of the two, no? So solicitors, for example, can have higher rights of audience. So we can also go to court when we do anyway. Okay, so we can certainly go to court. We can represent our clients, and with some higher courts, you may need a higher rights of audience. Say, for example, in criminal courts. So it's And barristers now can also take on clients if they have what's called access, no, public access and tawag nga, so you can go directly. But traditionally, um, and that's mainly still, I think, the case at the moment, So unang-una nga the solicitor then deals with the matter. It could be that they represent you a court, but it could also be that they get a barrister to do the advocacy and do everything else, before and indeed after.
Nag-enjoy ako, attorney, parang yung Royal Courts of Justice, yung Rolls building ba, Rolls something. Ang modern masyado, no? Parang wow. I was during the case of Iggy Arroyo, hindi ko alam kung younger brother ni Mike Arroyo, yung husband ng ex-president natin si Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. And we were there because Iggy died, and the legal wife and ano ba yun? Yung common law wife or yung kanyang live-in partner, nag-agawan doon sa body, sa remains, no? So I had to attend it, do the story for GMA. And nagulat ako sa Royal Courts of Justice. Wow, sabi ko, ganda naman dito. Para kang lahat no? Kung anong oras yung mo, para airport, no? May schedule na, nagpa-flash. Para kang nasa Waterloo Station, naghihintay kang going to Shepperton, going to Windsor, or going to wherever it is, no? Nagpa-flash sa screen sa bulletin. But it was wonderful, no? So I guess we
the RCJ. Sorry.
RCJ or Royal Courts. No, go ahead.
Courts of Justice is one of, I think at least now, one of the most beautiful buildings in London. And it's massive, and it's ornate nga inside, and they have a really good cafeteria.
At saka meron silang rooms, mga adjacent rooms for if you want to confer with your lawyers or whoever. May ano sila, gaganda. Sabi ko, wow. And then when I was inside, people, when they are getting out of the room, they're walking patalikod, yung hindi yung didiretso ka lang lalakad, kundi parang they're stepping backwards going to the door. Ganun. Tapos I enjoyed looking at these people.
Sonny. Yeah, you don't.
Ganun, no? So I was fascinated.
And you're right. So it's you don't turn your back to the judge. That's the point of it, you see. So that's why you walk backwards. Tapos pagka nasa pintuan ka na, as you're leaving, you give a little bow and then you exit.
Ayun, Gusto, parang nakaka-enjoy, no? Yung trabaho mo, yung mga trabaho ninyo, no? Nakaka-enjoy, no? Nakaka-thrill yan. Okay, ano tayo, Direk? Ano advisory natin? Greetings tayo? Ano bang nandiyan pa? Romanian, yung kanyang yun, okay. Romanian po.
Okay.
Romanian, okay yan. Thank you. Thank you rin. Thank you, Mario Sandre Enache. Okay. Okay. So, marami tayong mga questions ngayon. No? So, nakakatuwa naman. And it's been a fascinating evening. It's really a, educational Thursday. No? So, maraming salamat sa attorney, no? For the knowledge that we've gained. No? I was kind of intrigued by some of the questions earlier posed. No? And I couldn't help but clarify because I'm having this conflicting sa aking mind, no? Confusion. But yeah, at least you were telling us that the different routes and the different issues, and ayan, okay yan. Ano yan? Pino Hermoso. Ayan. Pino Hermoso ba yan? Pino Hermoso. Pino. Maraming salamat din. No? Taga saan ka? No, at least somebody new, no? Na pangalan. It's nice to see some new names cropping up, attorney, di ba? Siyempre, di ba? If you can let your friends know about it, then that's fine. Okay, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. I hope you guys had a wonderful, happy Thursday. Ano ba tayo? Thursday, thirst for knowledge, thirst for things, immigration, di ba? So I hope you enjoyed our Thursday just as we enjoyed. Ako, I don't know yet. Hintayin natin si attorneys to say her part. I couldn't be her spokesperson, siyempre. Feeling niya, but me, I'm so happy that that doing the show tonight and enjoyed the interaction and the learning from the things that attorney has explained to us, no? So Maraming salamat. So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Sige, attorney, ikaw, magpaalam ka na muna at baka meron ka pang gustong idagdag, may naalala ka, and how to contact you, go right ahead, please.
Yeah, I mean, you nga, ako nga din, Sonny. I mean, I always look forward to Thursday. When I hope it's coming across. I'm really interested, especially my questions nga ngayon. I mean, there's questions are never boring, mga questions nyo. So keep them coming, Pero kung meron kayong gusto nyo akong kontakin, feel free to email me at kabatbat. Ito pong email ko nandito, no? kabatbat@douglas, tapos -simon.com. Telephone number po namin, 0203-375-0555. Now, what I've also started doing is yung mga I've started also including sa website po namin yung articles that I prepare, for example, and just write-ups. And I'm looking to see about writing up some of the points nga na pinag-usapan natin nga ngayon. So if you want to know potentially a little bit more, or you want to see it nga in the context of an article, visit the website. Website po namin. All you have to do is Google Douglas Simon, no? Solicitors, and then you will see it. It's under the, but anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. I truly enjoyed it. I'm particularly happy that we have Mr. Laragan back. I've missed him. I'm sure everyone has missed him. So I hope you'll be able to join us next week. And if you have any questions, email me. And for some of the information that I have, I'm happy to send you the links. When you're emailing me, as usual, huwag niyong kalimutan, please, lagyan niyo dun sa subject, no, Immigration Corner, so I can go back to it. Because unfortunately, sometimes when I open it, then I don't know your email, I can't find it again. So huwag niyong kalimutan, Immigration Corner. But happy Thursday.
Yeah, thank you very much for telling us, telling our viewers that they can visit your website. And if they wanted more ideas or probably clarification or additional knowledge, yung mga articles na sinusulat mo na nakapost dyan sa inyong website would be very helpful. So thank you very much for that, no? So, ano to? UK, okay. Ikaw ba'y taga-Spain? Asawa mo ba'y taga-Spain? O naka-Spain ka at maraming nagdatingan dito from Spain, di ba? Maraming nag-migrate, di ba? No? And lucky, no? Lucky dahil ngayon, huli na. Wala na, tapos na, di ba? Wala na masyado. Unlike before, no, when the door was open, yeah, pwede pa. Okay. Well, I hope you guys had a great time. I had a great time. Si attorney had a great time. So, maraming salamat to sa inyong pagsubaybay for tonight, no, and making our Thursday indeed truly wonderful, no. So, let's do it again. Next Thursday, we will do it again. Attorney and I will be here. At abangan natin kung ano yung topic niya. Meron ka na ba topic o... but anyway, abangan natin yun. It's part of, go ahead.
Abangan nyo.
Oh, that's part of the thrill.
I was so intrigued by yung question nga ni Nina. So let's see if we can develop that a little bit more for next Thursday nga, no? So British child coming to the UK with or accompanying a British child in the UK, because it is a very complex area.
Abangan nyo, it could be that or it could be something else. Basta part of the thrill and the kamukha namin, when we do the who is the summa cum laude, in terms of summa cum laude, yung parang cute term for the first person who greets us, no, do sa ating greeting. So yun, parang a little game that we play at the beginning of the show. So we also, you guys, parang it's also a thrill. Ano kaya di-discuss ni attorney, di ba? Ano kaya next Thursday ano ka di-discuss niya? So, and I'll tell my friends, tell your friends to come over and to watch us, no? Para lang sa ganun, dagdag kaalaman. Sa akin, I get really, I enjoy doing the show. At the same time, I get to know some facts and information, no? By way of just listening and, dito sa ating program, may natututunan kayo. And some people, pag medyo light, I can say with conviction, ito, ganito, ganyan. Pagka medyo sigurado, pwede ko sabihin yung legal, yung aking immigration knowledge ng kukonti. But, yung on the deeper things, siyempre, you have to watch this program. Okay, so sa ngalan ni Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT, no? At sa ngalan din ng ating direktor na si Paula Perez, ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay sa legal dito sa Immigration Corner, should I say, on the Thursdays. We'll do it again. So till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye.